from another week so that I could get this whole week's meditations in. I'm taking my daughter to school this week, and I won't be in town, but and I didn't know whether I would have the exact 8:30 to 9 o'clock on the East Coast time free. So welcome. We're in our second day of looking at Kitetse and the month of Elul. And the month of Elul in Jewish tradition, Aleph, Lamed, Vav, Lamed, according to the sages, belongs in the Song of Songs with Ani Lododi Vidodi Li. Aleph, Lamed, Vav, Lamed. And they say that Ani Lododi Vidodi Li, which is I am my beloved's and my beloved is mine, is the phrase for Elul because this is the month where we deepen our relationship with God as we lead up to the High Holy Days. But I like to think of this month as Ani Lododi Vidodi Li because we need to look at all of our relationships. We need to look at our relationship with God. We need to look at our relationship with our spouse if we have one, or our children if we have them, or parents if we are blessed to have them with us. Who are the people in your life? What is your relationship to them, and what's it been like over this last year? That could be what we look into on this Tuesday. And I just want to point out from this Torah portion, there's a fascinating section that talks about a man who has two wives, which is big of him and big of me. But he has two wives, and one is a loved wife and one is not loved. And he has two sons, one from each wife. The one from the wife he doesn't love, that's the older one. The one from the wife he does love is the younger one. And it says in it that when it comes time to divvying out the portions of your estate after you're gone, that firstborn, even though he is from the unloved woman, should receive the double portions that the firstborn receives. That it doesn't go just to the son of the woman you loved. It has to go to the firstborn because that's the law, and you don't pay attention to whether you love this one more or you love that one more. And it's another indication that, judgments need to stay out of it. If this person is the firstborn, that's the way it's supposed to go. And so many times we look at something and we're like, oh, that one comes from somebody I like, so I'm going to like that one better. Or that one comes from someone I don't love as much, so I'm not going to pay as much attention to that. That doesn't help any of us. So looking at our lives in a non-judgmental way, in an open way, to go on our theme for this High Holy Days, to open up our hearts. And we open up our heart to see what actually is there. And we don't think about our prejudices and we don't think about our judgments. But what have the relationships been like for you over this year? Are there any that maybe were better than expected? Were there some that didn't live up to the expectations? How do you feel about those relationships that are most important to you in your life? And were you able to meet those people in a non-judgmental way, in a way that gives your love to them, where they know you love them? So for this day, we're thinking about relationships, because the month of Elul is Ani Lododi Vidodi Li. I am my beloved's, my beloved is mine. I am this person whom I love, and I know they love me too. So it's to search through our loving relationships to see if we have met the mark on those over this past year, or if that's something that we need to work on for the coming year. So with that, we're going to move to the meditation, and we'll go to a bell from another Tuesday so that we can take you through the quiet time into the section that's about feelings, to feel blessed and to feel safe. So let's get ourselves ready for our meditation, our quiet time. And today we begin our first of the three priestly benedictions, where we will ask for blessings and safety at the end, so that we can go back into the world with these wonderful feelings. And so just get yourself comfortable. You don't need to push your breath. We're just allowing our breath to happen naturally. I mentioned this yesterday about nature, that nature has no opinion. Nature exists. It doesn't judge because there's nothing to judge. It just is. And when we concentrate on our breath, then we're going into that kind of place where we become part of nature. And that understanding of, I am just a human being, an animal on this planet that is part of nature, that there's no judgment in my existence. I exist as a creature on this planet. There's nothing to judge there. It just is. So there's something neutral about getting in touch with our breath, that our heart's not hardened, our heart's not open, our heart is just our heart. As a matter of fact, a beating muscle inside of our bodies that are helping us live right at this moment. So let's get into this moment, get into our breath. Let's just do one deep breath to kind of center ourselves, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Sometimes when I do that, it makes me yawn. Okay. I'm going to try to do this delicately. My wife says that I hit the bell too hard. So we're just allowing our breath to happen. Feel it inside your body, the sensations in your body. Can you feel your stomach and your chest fill up with the breath? Sometimes I feel my heartbeat at the tail end of the breath, the place where that nefesh, that turning from breathing in to breathing out to breathing in. What sits in the bottom is that nefesh, that part of our soul that continues to move forward and continues to keep us moving. Our ruach, the wind that leaves from us, and the neshama is the whole of our breath, the in, the out, the in-between time. And we're just breathing and allowing things to be as they are for now. We don't need to change. We don't need to solve. We don't need to do anything but exist in the now. And we don't need to ignore the sensations in our body, just to notice them. It really is incredible, the biological miracle that is us. as your thoughts come into your head and pull you away from concentrating on your breath. There's no judgment here. This is meant to happen. So just bring yourself back to your breath in love and kindness, in chesed. This is a practice. Sometimes it's easier than other times, but it's completely natural and part of our world for our mind to take us away. And part of what we're doing is trying to harness our mind so that we are controlling it, as opposed to just letting our minds run and we're just following behind. So we bring ourselves to our breath. As we've sunk into our meditation, let us finish the last several minutes asking for feelings of blessing and safety with each breath. May I feel safe. May I feel blessed. May I feel blessed. May I feel safe. To feel it. I've often asked, why aren't I saying, may you be blessed or may you be safe? Sometimes we are those things, but we don't recognize it, we don't feel it. We're asking to feel what is there. May I feel safe. May I feel blessed each day to recognize the blessings. Each day, recognize that I'm safe. May I feel safe. May I feel blessed. May I feel safe and blessed. And let's offer that to ourselves for several breaths. If you'd like to say it out loud, it is helpful. May I feel safe. May I feel blessed. And perhaps you could think of someone today who could use blessing, could use safety. Perhaps it is the person that is needy that you see on a regular basis. May you feel blessed. May you feel safe. May you feel blessed and safe. May you feel blessed. May you feel safe. And now let's bring it back to ourselves for several breaths. May I feel. May I feel. May I feel safe. May I feel blessed. May I feel blessed and safe. And for our final moments, let's just attach once again to our breath. Feel it give us life by entering inside of us and leaving. Each breath a new opportunity for new life. Thank you for joining me today. May you feel blessed. May you feel safe. May you have a beautiful